know everyone needs a break from school and wants to plan a vacation. So today I'm going to teach you the basics of how to travel on a budget as a college student. So I've been traveling for years. Here are some of my travel experiences. I've been to Jamaica. I've even been scuba diving in Jamaica. I've been to London and Alaska, Boston, and even mission trips to Honduras. So therefore I do have some tips and tricks on how to save money. I know everyone is a college student and I know it can be hard to maintain money, so I'm going to teach you a few ways and cheap traveling aspects. So first is lodging and housing. The best way to find cheap options is to consolidate and share. So the first option would be a hostel. A hostel is a place where it's like a hotel but you're sharing a room with other people, and some people may find it kind of nasty, but there is also pros to that, as you can meet new people that may be able to help you on your traveling journey. And then second, a good option is an Airbnb. This is a place where it's like a house that can also have like a kitchen, which will help us later on for saving money. But overall, the rates of an Airbnb, depending like if you're looking for a nice one or just like a smaller one, the rates can be a lot lower. And then lastly, for housing, one of the best options is if you have family or friends that stay somewhere or have connections, staying with them makes everything a lot cheaper. Secondly, on to transportation. Obviously the easiest form of transportation once you're to your destination is walking, because that is free, although sometimes things are farther away. So a great option is a bike rental. You can also get a scenic view of the area you're in, and also in your free time maybe you can go on some trails. Another option would be a bus. A bus will take you maybe a little bit outside of the city. You can get a free bus pass, or not free, you have to pay for it, but they're very cheap to get around the city. Now, if you're looking to go further outside of the city, a train is a great option. I know in Charlotte, last weekend I went down to Charlotte, and they have a train that takes you from the university and into the city, and the passes for that are pretty cheap. So that's a great option. Although getting to your destination, some people, a car is not always necessarily going to be the cheapest because gas, but some of the airlines that are cheap could be like Spirit or Allegiant or Southwest. Those are good, cheap airlines. Okay, and now on to my favorite part, which is the food. So the best option is going to be, if you're in an Airbnb, instead of eating out, because that can get very expensive, the best option is going to be to get groceries and cook in the kitchen at the Airbnb. Although sometimes we do want to eat out, street vendors do sometimes have cheap foods instead of having to go to a restaurant and then tip if you're at the restaurant. So to-go is always a better option. Now I know I didn't mention a hotel, but if you do decide to stay at a hotel, make sure you get the free breakfast so that you're not having to go out and spend more money on an extra meal. And then lastly, getting a reusable water bottle is very helpful, because this way you don't have to always buy water everywhere you're going. If you see a water fountain, you can just fill up your water. And then lastly, for the activities and opportunities, a lot of these are going to be, the free ones are going to be in nature and going to be outside. So here we have a hiking. You can see the scenic area, you can visit waterfalls, you can even maybe rent bikes and go biking in the mountains. As well as, very similar, go to a park. You can walk around the park, you can people watch, you can, if you're with younger siblings or with friends, they can play at the park. And then for a more inside experience, you could go to a museum and learn about the art and history of the city that you're in. And some of them do cost a little bit, but others do have free admissions. And then my favorite on a tropical vacation is to go to the beach. Not all beaches are free, some you do have to pay to park, but if you are in walking distance to a beach, you have free beach access. So in conclusion, there are many ways broke college students can still explore new things. Today I showed you a little bit about how to explore the world on a budget, so I hope everyone learns about new opportunities to travel and plans a trip soon. So remember, when you're planning a trip, to keep these cheap minds as an option so you can enjoy your time and your bank account is not hurting after.